One morning last February, the peaceful island of Todos Santos, off the coast of Baja California, was hit by a violent storm. It came out of nowhere without any warning, surprising everyone. I didn't even know there was a storm until it was too late even to save my boat. I was too busy 50 feet below exploring a wreck. At that depth, the ocean was calm, even though the waves above me were violent. I was foolishly diving alone. I was fascinated by the ancient hulk. The storm increased in intensity. Dwellings along the coast were flooded. Trees were broken and uprooted. Small craft were swamped before they could reach safety. I was adrift at sea in a tiny life raft, with no oars, food, or water. It looked like I was going to have company. There would be 4 of us now to struggle for our lives against the angry sea. These 3 were survivors of another wreck. I helped them onto my life raft. I learned the young man was the husband of the girl. The older man, his business partner. Sport fishermen on a holiday. And from the way they acted, I knew that they'd had little experience with the sea.
Come on. Let's start paddling for shore. Right. You're paddling in the wrong direction, huh? Well, let's paddle in the right direction. Well, come on, get something and help. It'll be dark soon. What's the matter with you? You want to sit out here in this raft all night?
No, but we might have to.
Well, not if you do something.
You want to listen to me for a minute?
Vince!
During the war, I was in UDT. I've been stranded in these rafts before.
All right, then tell us what to do. But let's not sit here and wait. Let's do something.
Let's think first, huh? That's the first law of survival. We gotta save our strength. We might need it. There's no need of paddling when the wind's against us. We can't see land. She's shivering. Why don't you put your jacket around her, huh?
Okay. Do you have any drinking water?
None, I'm sorry to say. I was just lucky to save my raft. My boat went down.
Great.
Vince! Heaven's sake!
What do you expect me to do? Celebrate?
Now, let's get organized, huh? Our first concern, of course, is to spot land. Or a boat or a plane. And we're going to have to conserve our energy, so we'll take turns standing watch. 2 hours each.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'll take the first one. You better take the next one after that. Then you, then you. In taking control so firmly, I had hoped to give them confidence in me. But as darkness closed around us, I wasn't so sure how long that confidence would last.
Hey, look! Land! Look!
Must be 10 miles away, though.
We're drifting away from it.
Here. Now's the time to paddle. We paddled with all our might. After a while, all four of us tried our hand at it, digging into the choppy water desperately.
It's no use. We're getting further and further away.
Oh, the tide's carrying us out.
No, it's not the tide, it's the wind. Blows this raft around like a sailboat.
We're drifting out to sea.
I'm gonna make a sea anchor. Maybe that'll keep us here. Mind if I borrow these?
Go ahead.
What's a sea anchor?
Works like a parachute. Drags against the water. Hand me that line, huh? Well, it's not very pretty, but it's the best I can do.
The sea anchor slowed us down. But the wind didn't change. By afternoon, land was still out of sight. My guests were hungry and thirsty and impatient. We had a fishing pole, but without bait, it was useless. I made an attempt to convert it into a spear by lashing my knife to one end. Without a gun to propel my spear, I had to get close to bag even a small fish. I saw plenty of fish, all close to the bottom. I tried to spear them, but I was weak and they easily evaded my improvised spear. Suddenly, I noticed a big shark circling me at a distance. Sharks seem to have a keen sense of knowing when a diver's in trouble. Spearing a fish would release blood, and even a tiny drop of blood could excite a shark. I had to switch to my emergency supply of air, but we were so hungry I had to take the chance. With my eyes on the shark, I kept after the fish. I felt a tug in my throat. My air was completely gone now. My head began to buzz eerily, but I got that fish. Suddenly, the shark appeared again, and the danger brought me back to my senses. I jettisoned my tanks, which were empty. In my condition, this wasn't easy. I began my ascent with a small fish on my spear, hoping that I could reach the surface before the shark reached me.
Come on, try it. Huh? That's good.
Oh, I don't want any.
Bench? A lot of people eat it raw like this every day. Well, it's not bad, really.
How long can a person go without food?
Oh, about 3 or 4 weeks. You gotta eat this to build up strength. Well, I'll save it for you. Change your mind soon enough.
The morning of the third day found us still at the mercy of that offshore wind. The thirst was like sharp gravel in our throats, and the hunger like bayonets in our bellies. But I had to appear confident to keep the others from going to pieces.
Mike. Yeah?
I think maybe I'll try some of that fish now.
Oh, good. Hey, what happened to it?
I threw it overboard last night on my watch.
You threw it overboard? Why'd you do that?
Because I couldn't stand the smell of it. It was turning rotten.
We could use it for bait.
Well, why didn't you say so before?
Why didn't you think?
Because I'm thirsty, worn out, and fed up.
Well, how do you suppose we... Wait a minute, take it easy. Our nerves are all on edge. We gotta watch it now.
I gotta have something to eat.
Wait, I'll get you something. Hand me my fin there, will you, Nancy? I'll get us all something. Hand me my spear when I get in the water, huh?
Under ordinary conditions, I could stay down for about 3 minutes by hyperventilating. But the second I started my dive, I realized that I was in trouble. I didn't have my usual strength or coordination. I had to force myself to go deep enough. Then I saw him again, the same shark. He kept following our raft, biding his time. I was so hungry, I just didn't care. I went after the fish. I had less than a minute to spear a fish, so I tried my luck on the first one that I saw. A small sheep's head. It darted away, but I got it. My time was up when the shark was getting ready to strike. It was lucky for me that sharks are cautious.
There he is. He's in trouble. I'll go get him. Can you get aboard all right? Just let me catch my breath. There you go.
Vance! Vance! Vance, what are you doing?
Here, give me that.
The spear and the fish were lost in the ocean. So was our hope.
You lost the fish. And the spear, too.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
I'm ashamed of you. Ashamed!
Honey.
Don't touch me. Don't ever touch me again!
We all make mistakes. We're all human. Don't form any judgments now. Wait till you get back home.
Home? You're kidding.
The fifth morning found us still in the grip of the unrelenting westerly wind, with no sign of shore or ship. Only more sun to bake our skins and sharpen our thirst. We had one remaining asset, the fishhook which Nancy had prudently kept. Vince tried to make a fishing line with it. It seemed hopeless, but without food, I estimated our resistance was good only for 2 more days.
Ed! Spit that out! Spit it out!
No, it's okay, Mike. It's good.
Good! What do you mean? What are you talking about? I told you you'd kill yourself!
No, I won't, Mike. I've been drinking this for 2 days. It's not salty. Now leave me alone, will you?
Stop it! You stay put, or I'll let you have it.
Oh, Mike, I tell you, it's fresh. There's an underground spring there from the bottom. Try it for yourself and see.
He's sick.
Of course he is.
Oh, please, I've got to have a drink.
Ed, stop it!
You can't talk with him. Come on, we're gonna have to tie his hands. Give me that line.
You're trying to kill me. You got some water and you're trying to keep it for yourself.
He's burning up.
Yeah, he sure is.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
What do you mean?
If you hadn't dropped the spear overboard, Mike could get him something to eat.
I'll get him something to eat.
How pathetic can you get?
She's right, Vince. It is hopeless with that. I'm gonna make another dive. Maybe I can find a lobster down there. There's something anyway. At the bottom.
The minute I hit the water, I realized how weak I was. There it was, crystal clear. A beautiful landscape with a king-sized octopus guarding it. A deluxe dinner for all of us. I tried to reach it, but I was too weak to fight the pressure. I had to surface if I wanted to live. Time was running out for all of us. We had been 5 days without water. We were approaching the limit of human endurance.
No water. Water. I've got to have some water, please.
Ed, please be patient. We've made a fishing line. We're going to catch you something to eat. Everything's going to be all right.
Oh, we don't need any fish. Just go downstairs to the icebox. There's plenty of food down there. Plenty for everybody. Only bring me something. Please. Please.
Shut up. Snap out of it. We're in the middle of the ocean. There's no icebox. No food, nothing to drink. You understand?
Oh, I thought I was home.
Wind. It's shifted. It's blowing to the north.
North? We want to go east.
This might be just as good.
What do you mean?
There's an easterly current to the north of the island. If we can get it, it'll take us there. We gotta catch it. Here your jacket.
What?
Your jacket.
What?
Give me it. We'll make a sail out of it.
We haven't got a mast.
Yes, we have.
We began to sail northward. A ridiculous spectacle that looked more like a scarecrow than a sailing vessel. But it wasn't funny. Our pace was far too slow. And I was too weak to make like a mast for very long. Vince was able to stand the gaff better than I. Obviously, he was trying to prove something.
Mike, I see land.
Where?
There.
Oh, no. No, it's a cloud.
No. I can't stand it. I can't stand it anymore. Oh, leave me alone. I'm sorry I ever met you. I hate you. I hate all of you.
By nightfall, we were all beyond making any effort to help ourselves. By a miracle, we had survived this day without water. But our strength was failing fast. I lapsed into unconsciousness a dozen times that night. Each time, I thought it was goodbye, Mike Nelson. We lay in the raft, 4 emaciated hulks of throbbing pain, waiting for death to claim us. Dawn broke, the 6th day.
Somebody please help me.
Nancy. Vince. Look. It's the north shore of the island. We caught that current. Tide is bringing us in.
Let's paddle ashore.
No. Now there's breakers. They'll dump us all overboard.
We'll drown. We'll be drifting in.
Yeah, I know. I'll take care of that. Give me that anchor. my flipper. One of them. Oh, well. I think that'll keep us here.
Why?
We'll be safe now.
Why doesn't someone see us?
There's nobody around.
Maybe I better swim in. See if I can get some help.
You'd never make it.
Not through those waves.
I'd swim under them.
Under them?
Yeah. That way, I'd have enough strength. It's calmer down there.
No, Mike. We can't let you.
He's dying. I gotta get a doctor for him.
Wait a minute. Let me try.
This is my rocket. You stay here. Maybe she'll need your help.
I swam below to avoid the breakers. Now and then I had to surface for air. Finally, I was close to the shore. A wave dumped me against the beach. I had no strength to climb to safety. Fortunately, a local fisherman found me. I pointed toward the raft. Within an hour, the others had been picked up. We were given our first nourishment in 6 days.
Well, we made it.
You bet we did.
Oh, I sure didn't help matters any.
Now, don't blame yourself for that.
No, I shouldn't have gone to pieces that way. You stuck it out. You didn't crack up.
Only because I know the sea. I'm used to it. You're not. It's bound to break you down. Make you do things that you wouldn't ordinarily do.
Oh, that's very generous of you.
No, I'm not being generous. It's true. Without training and experience, no human being could stand up to the kind of ordeal that we've been through. I don't care how tough he is.
Vince, I'm sorry. When you needed me most, I was nowhere. I didn't understand. Please forgive me. Please.
Hello there. I'm Lloyd Bridges. Skin diving is fun and adventure for young and old, but it can be dangerous. So know the sport well and don't take any chances. Be with you next week for another exciting sea hunt.